A doctor says one word, autism, and for a moment the room goes quiet. The questions arrive all at once. What does this mean? What did I miss? What am I supposed to do now? If that's where you are tonight, take a breath. Here is the first thing, the truest thing, and the thing that's easy to forget in that quiet room. Your child is exactly the same child they were 5 minutes before that word was spoken. Nothing about them changed. What changed is that you now have a name. And a name is not a wall. It's a door. It opens onto support, understanding, and a community that has walked this road before you. So let's turn those first overwhelming days into something you can actually hold. A calm, 30-day map, broken into 4 gentle weeks. Not a checklist of everything you must fix. A handful of small human steps, one at a time. Before we start, one honest note. This is not medical advice, and every autistic child is different. Nothing here replaces your child's doctor or specialist. Think of it as the steadying hand of a parent who's been where you are, pointing at the path. The first week is not for doing. It's for feeling. Whatever comes up, let it. Some parents feel grief and then feel guilty for grieving. Some feel a strange relief, finally an explanation. Some feel fear or numbness or all of it before lunch. There is no wrong way to feel in this first week, and none of it makes you a bad parent. It makes you a parent who loves their child and just had their map redrawn. So this week, resist the urge to make big decisions. Don't reorganize your whole life by Friday. Don't fall down a 2 a.m. internet hole. Your only job right now is to keep loving your child the way you already do, and to be as kind to yourself as you would be to a friend sitting where you're sitting. Once the first wave settles, gentle understanding helps. Not a research marathon, just a clearer picture. Here's the heart of it. Autism is not an illness, and it is not something to cure. It's a lifelong difference in how a person's brain is wired, in how they experience the world, communicate, and connect. And it's a spectrum, which is why there's a saying you'll hear again and again. If you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. Your child is not a diagnosis. They're a whole individual who happens to share a label with millions of others, each of them completely unique. One quiet word of caution for this week. When you do read, choose your sources with care. Recognized organizations like the NHS, the National Autistic Society, or the CDC will steady you. Random social media threads at 2 a.m. often will not. Protect your peace while you learn. By the 3rd week, you're ready to gather people around you, because you were never meant to do this alone. Think of it as building a small team. There's your child's doctor or pediatrician who helps you understand next steps. There may be a speech therapist and an occupational therapist who supports everyday skills and sensory needs. And there's your child's school, which can become a genuine partner rather than just a place they go. Here's a small practical thing that saves you later. Start one folder, a real one, or a folder on your phone, and keep everything in it. Reports, letters, names, phone numbers, questions. In the early days, the paperwork multiplies fast, and one calm home for all of it means you're never searching for the right document at the wrong moment. Now, in the 4th week, you can try a few small changes at home. Not a transformation, just a softer landing for your child's day. Most autistic children feel calmer with predictability. A simple, steady routine, visual supports, pictures, or a little chart that show what happens next, can quietly lift a lot of anxiety. And a sensory-friendly corner, somewhere softer and quieter to retreat to, gives an overloaded system a place to reset. And please hear this clearly, because worried parents need it most. Yes, early support helps, but there is no such thing as a missed window or lost time. Children grow and learn at every age. Whenever you begin, you are beginning right on time. This is not a race, and you have not fallen behind. One more thing that no one puts on the list and everyone needs: you. You can't pour from an empty cup. A parent running on no sleep, no food, and no support eventually runs out. And your child needs you here for the long road, not sprinting through the first month. So rest counts as progress. Accepting help counts as progress. And finding even one other parent who gets it, online or nearby, can change everything. Because there is a particular relief in talking to someone who never needs it. Explained. And if there are siblings at home, a few quiet minutes of your attention, just for them, goes further than you'd think. They're adjusting to the new map too. So after all of that, what's the one thing to do tonight? Just one. Open a folder, paper or phone, it doesn't matter, and write down 3 questions you want to ask your child's specialist. That's the whole task, not a plan for the next 10 years. 3 questions in one place. It's small on purpose, because small is exactly how you get through a month that feels enormous. One gentle step, and then the next. Your child has the same bright future they had before that word was spoken. And by being here, learning, showing up, you've already taken the very first step. If this brought a little calm to an overwhelming moment, subscribe. One topic every week for parents and teachers of neurodivergent kids. No fear, no judgment, just support. See you next week.